bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told him I need major motion. Think I'm joking. I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust. Now I'm too clean. Don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that eco-line into a damn tank. I got chopper stash in the attic like they Air Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like ball cutters. You cannot play both sides. Gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W. That's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy. I'm gonna show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel. I got time to kill. Haters thought I died. I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the dust. Straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He's nice, but he don't show the skills how I show the skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got him made. Circle tight. Yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life. I ain't worried. I got Ray for real.
Salt of the earth, then our taste gon' stale. Black man, Hispanic man, we got no time to be weak. Rap bitches are free though, I got the game sewn. When I'm done, drop the white now. Taking my home.
I was 24, trying to see 25. I was
burned down Sodom, turn Babylon into rubble. Black man, Hispanic man, we got no time to be weak.
Looked around, all I saw was death in the streets. That's why every time I speak, I put life in the beat. They ask me why I ain't smile, life ain't sweet. Black man, Hispanic man, we got no time to be weak. Looked around, all us death was death in the streets. That's why every time I speak, life in the beat. They ask me why I ain't smile, nigga, life ain't sweet. Black man, Hispanic man, we got no time to be weak. Now I said it best, you know we just surviving the times, and it's survival of the fit. Strong survive. That's why each and every day I pray to the Most High, cause most of my people ain't make it to see 25. I was 24 trying to see 25, but the shit that I'm spitting crackers ain't gonna want me alive. I was 24 trying to see 25, but the shit that I'm spitting crackers ain't gonna want me alive. I was 24 trying to see 25, but the shit that I'm spitting crackers ain't gonna want me alive. Less it's 25 and I'm stuck in a cell. 23 hours to slot, yo my nigga, that's hell. We the salt of the earth and our taste gone stale. Living in a system set up for my people to fail. We the salt of the earth, our taste gone stale. Living in a system set up for my people. We the salt of the earth and our taste gonna stale. Living in a system set up for my people to fail. It's time to come together, that's the only way to excel. May the Lord's anger rain down fury like hellfire and brimstone. Birth these devils with flintstones. Burn down Sodom, turn Babylon into rubble with it. Burn down Sodom, turn Babylon into rubble with it. Burn down Sodom, burn down Sodom, burn down Sodom, turn Babylon into rubble. Burn down Sodom, turn Babylon, rubble with the angel and the lion of Judah, king of the jungle. Ephraim is a flame, turn to Esau and the stubble. This the patience of the saints, so always remain humble. You endures to the end, we'll see this place crumble. Blessed is the man who sees the fall of his enemies. His prophecy is destiny. Network centuries, victims of lost identity, but now we got the recipe. The Bible is the remedy for healing all extremities. Blessed is the man who sees the fall of his enemies. His prophecy is destiny. Been at war for centuries, victims of lost identity, but now we got the rest. The Bible is the remedy for healing all extremities. I said the Bible is the remedy for healing all extremities. Speak the truth until the day that survival of the fit, only the strong survive. Still speak the truth until the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. Still speak the truth until the day that we die. The day that we die, the day that we die. Still I rep the Most High until the day that I die. We still putting the bars together with anger and vengeance, praying that the breath of my enemies get extinguished. Niggas rhyme nursery like I'm here in Disney. How can I spit soft when crackers hit wanna end me? Trying to take my life and my kids without a father. Trying to take my life and my kids without a father. Trying to take my life and my kids a father. That's why you see me rolling around with that revolver, 6-shooter on me like I'm in the Wild West. Call them trying to steal them bars, they want the style next. 6-shooter on me like I'm in the Wild West. Call them trying to steal them bars, they want the style. 6-shooter on me, like the Wild Wild West. Caught them trying to steal them bars. They want the style next, but they can't duplicate y'all where they recuperate. Came a long way from moving perks about the Super 8. Hotel, motel, wet-headed wholesale. Now you might see me with fringes all on my coattail. Hotel, motel, wet-headed wholesale. Now you might see me with fringes all on my coattail. Looking like a Hebrew. But I don't beef over the web, just step to me when I see you. Nose triangle on that 50 cal Eagle. Not even a main event, it's just a preview. Right before the movie, big budgets and Uzi. Big butted bitches, low 30 up to the Thule. Nigga so groovy, come and check the stilo. I leave, they talking again, it's like I'm deep. Rap is just a free throw. I got the game sewn. When I'm done, drop the mic. Nah, taking mine home. Rap is just a free throw. I got the game sewn. I'm done, drop the mic. Nah, taking mine home. Rap is just a free throw. I got the game sewn. When I'm done, drop the mic. Taking mine home. So it won't fall in the hands of fuck niggas. Me, I play the cards I'm dealt with Trump niggas. Ball on these haters, they swear I could dunk nigga. Want nigga. Choppers fit nice in the trunk nigga. A problem over here, you can see me out front nigga. Jump, nigga. Mean if you froggy, I front, nigga. Front, nigga. Front, nigga. Front, nigga. Front, nigga. Front. 6-shooter on me, like I'm in the Wild West. We speak the truth until the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. Still here. We speak the truth until the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. Still here. We speak the truth until the day that we die. The day that we die. The day that we die. Still here. I'll let the Most High until the day that I die. We're still here, die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We spit the truth until the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We speak the truth until the day that we die. Day that we die. Day that we die.
We bout to bombard their whole operation. Certified priest, prophesying this my occupation. This shit outrageous, they done made the truth docile. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. It's UPK style, can't stop now. Father's warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise, and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with this shit, about to make it hot, call it compound. This for my niggas, put the guns in the drugs down. Dwelling in peace till the Lord called for the blood hail. Try to decide my death and got beside yourself. Swore drawn for what you perform, how you gon' hide yourself? Devil's got to die for his lies and his dreams. I ain't got no love for them crackers, nah, just cruel intentions. And in my father's house is spinning mansions. I got plenty bitches for the adventures. This your death sentence. I'm talking about slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, slaughter. That they do not rise and fill the world with lies and die for your skin. You gon' die for your pride. I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devil's done get in this deal. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah. Now they shook from vicious words out this handed book. Bound to take these rappers back to school. My flow sand and hook. They crossed the line, ain't no coming back. You became no cowards. The only thing sweet is the honey check. Righteous is the Lord. Give me rest from my sorrow. And hand down death for them devils. There's no tomorrow. Why? Cause they violence leave a man a stiff corpse. You see a flag in the bench, I see horns in a pitchfork. Go ahead. So please believe it. The white man is a demon. And I ain't gon' vote for them to free me. No. They beat us to weep. They color purple. That's why this knife to they throat like ceiling. You got this nigga on his knees. They wanna have peace. We're screaming, let this bitch burn at 1,000 degrees. I'm laying in the bosom of revenge. I told her I'd do anything she pleased as I squeeze on the double D's. Fuck you mean? I'm talking yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That day destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devil's done the end this shit. Slaughter, slaughter.
The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit because they got me handcuffed. I can't believe they just did this. I'm fucking back!
It's okay, I'm right here with you.
Slaughter. That they do not rise and fill the world with lies and die for your skin. You gon' die for your pride. That's why I'm talking to you. So war for your life. Your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devil's done the end this bill. Slaughter. Slaughter.
Test 1, 2.
Clap it up. All right. Shalom, Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh, Salak. Shalom, Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh, Barakatham to all the brothers. Yahweh, Shemar, Alathan, by Shem, Yahweh, to all the sisters. Right? We're the ISUPK. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Hold on. Wow. Man, it's all this smoke. You know what I'm talking about? We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. All right, we've been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the truth of the Bible since 1969. All right. And today's class is called the Spirit of Change. You know what I mean? That's one thing about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that we need to, when we come into the truth, that we come into the truth to change. You dig what I'm saying? We don't come into the truth to remain the same. You dig what I'm saying? Like they do in the Christian church, of course. Christian church and Islam, they go in that thing and they just remain the same. They get dipped in that water, come up they went down a wet homosexual, come up a wet homosexual. Go down a crackhead, come up a wet crackhead. You dig what I'm saying? Because there's no law or anything to govern them. You dig what I'm saying? There's no understanding for them to actual change, so they can do everything on the sneak, on the side. You feel me? They're gonna be a gossiper and a wine bibber, a drunkard. They're gonna be a drunkard when they leave. That's it. That's why you always see the brothers that like I used to go to church all the time and see the pastor smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm talking about? I thought we supposed to be changed. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't supposed to be smoking cigarettes, bro. I'm struggling with that. You know what I'm talking about? So why I'm coming to church looking at you, you ain't even caring. You know what I mean? But if they say that all the laws are done away with, hey, if all the laws are done away with, then you ain't got to. They ain't got to follow no law, right? That's the thing about it. And here in the ISUPK, we follow laws, statutes, and commandments. Right. We follow the Lord's rules and regulations. You dig what I'm saying? That's the only way that the Lord is going to be on your side. If you don't follow the Lord's rules and regulations, the Lord will not be on your side. Trust me. That's where all your problems will come into play. You dig what I'm saying? You understand that? Right. So I think the sister had a question about with the origins of the ISUPK. Well, the origins the ISUPK started in 1969. Right. There was 8 men at one point in time, and the head of the school was the man named Abba Bivens. Right. Abba Bivens had Abba Bivens was at a let me take my glasses off. Abba Bivens was in a he was in a what would you call it, a Jewish synagogue, learning from Jews, right? But he didn't learn from Jews that he was an Israelite. He learned it from an old slave that was in Florida. So he went to New York to find out more about this, him being a Jew, right? And met up with some other brothers, right? I want to say it was the Commandment Keepers that they were with. They were with the Commandment Keepers, right? So he met up with some other brothers, and they were while they were learning that they were Israelites, right? They were found out, like, they was reading the records and finding out like this ain't what they're doing is a form of Judaism, right? That form of Judaism that's formed by the so-called Jewish man. It's not the real faith that the Most High gave us. So what they did, they broke off from that and they went and started their own thing, which is the ISUPK, right? Abba Bivens, he was going out to teach, and he used to go out and teach by himself. He went to Newark, New Jersey one time and went to go teach against. He was teaching, and he got into it with some Muslims, and the Muslims they killed him. They beat him up real bad and they killed him, right? So which made the 7 men that was under him start the ISUPK. And they started the ISUPK, and their first student was Commanding General Yohana. Right. And so when all that happened with them falling away and dropping their sword, we call it dropping their sword, when they leave the school and don't want to be part of it no more, right? They left the school to Commanding General Yohana. And that's why when we started, I said that under Commanding General Yohana, the ISU became under Commanding General Yohana. And that's where we are today. Do you understand? I can get in more detail with you if you need me to. Okay. I can get in more detail. Captain Yazilak talked about this a lot. Any more questions? Oh, so everybody know the Bible. All right. As long as everybody know the Bible.
So more of the history. I know that in was it early 2000s?
Yes.
Is when there was a split in the school.
We can't do it because it'll blow the candles out. All right, go ahead.
In the early
2000.
There was a split in the school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that after the Y2K?
Yes. Yes.
That whole ordeal?
Yes, that whole ordeal about the Y2K, and Christ was gonna return and all that. That was the whole deal. And disrespectful children, right? Like disrespectful children, the brothers that left the school because of that, I'm looking for the right word to use. They held it over the man that taught them the scriptures, the men that taught them they were Israelites, the men that taught them that they were that the 12 tribes chart, and the men that taught them all the everything that they still teach to this day, right? The men that taught them that, they held it over his head. That he said something that was like this or like that. You know what I mean? So let's say you have a father, right? And he tells you something, and it comes out to that it's not accurate, right? Would you hold it over your father's head? No, right? Because that's your father.
Right.
That's your father. You're supposed to have more respect and love and honor for your father, right? Those men didn't. Those men didn't. You know who didn't hold it over their head? Commanding General Yohana. The Commanding General Yohana has the utmost respect for his fathers. You dig what I'm saying? I don't think he still has ever said anything bad about those men. Nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Have you ever heard him say anything bad about those men? Never said anything bad about those men that raised him and that taught him everything that he knows about this Bible and about the Lord.
We don't talk bad about King David when he messed up, and then what you would call it?
We didn't talk bad about Saul neither.
Yes. Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
No, why would I talk bad about those men? They made mistakes. They're only men. Men make mistakes. What am I supposed to say? Like, if they make mistakes, am I supposed to be like, oh, you made a mistake, you're a terrible person, I hate you, and everybody else hates you, and you're supposed to die? No, you made a mistake. I understand. No problem. Let's fix it. I'm here to help you fix the mistake. Whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever the problem is, they're terrible children. They're terrible sons. They're terrible sons. And they were just looking for a reason to hold something over his head. They was just looking for a reason. You know what I mean? To be an evil bastard. What's up, Kepiar?
Was it Ham did that to his father, Moses? Whatever.
Yeah.
The earth was flooded?
Not Moses, Noah.
Oh, Noah. It's like Noah.
Ham did that to Noah. And for that, his first son, Canaan, was cursed. You know what I mean? Because Noah was drunk. Noah got drunk. After everybody died on the earth, Noah got drunk. He had what is it called? Survivor's remorse? Wouldn't you have a survivor's remorse if everybody on the earth died except you and your sons and your wives? I'd be like, damn, like everybody did. Everybody did. Jeez. So he got drunk and he was naked, no clothes on. Ham went in there and started mocking him. Came out and started telling his brothers, look at that. He in there drunk and ha 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 ha. Terrible, a terrible son. But the two good sons, Japheth and Shem, walked in there backwards and put a blanket over their father. You do what I'm saying? Like, hey, I understand, Pops. You know what I mean? You need to take a nap, lay off the monkey oil. That's an old word for liquor. You know what I mean? But you do what I'm saying? You understand? You understand? Like, that's what they did. So they walked in backwards. Hey, it's okay, Pops. I understand. And so since you know what I mean, that's how you treat a father. That's how you treat your father. That's how you treat a father, right? You don't treat a father bad. You're supposed to honor thy father and honor thy mother. And Barakatah Yahweh Shah for Commanding General Yohana holding on to this truth. Because if he didn't hold on to this truth and I didn't come in here and learn, I'll probably be an asshole too. I would probably be that guy. Like, I move around, old man. You know what I mean? Instead of being patient with elder men. You know what I mean? Trying to have conversations, try to gain a little bit of their knowledge. Real talk. Real talk. We will all probably be like that because that's what the world raises. And that's back into the spirit of changing. That's back into the spirit of changing. We have to change. We have to be a different person, a new creature. You do what I'm saying? We have to be a new creature when we come into this place. We can't be the same old filthy person. And that's what we're going to. Yes. They're burning uneven. It's because the fans aren't or something. The fan is on, they're burning uneven.
Oh, that's the way that you put it on.
I don't care.
Oh, you talking about like one's burning faster than another? Oh, that's gonna happen.
No, I think they're burning like this.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Is there any questions online?
Oh.
Let's get into the breakdown. Give me Matthew 11 and you ever seen Fat Albert when they went on a date and then they was driving the car with the like a bike. It's a car, but for the engine it was a pedal. So they had the two brothers in their pedal, and the way the car was, it was like You said what? Yeah. he did it for his homeboy that was going on a date with the old girl. He was like, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, bro.
Matthew chapter 11:25.
Nah, go to verse 2.
11:2.
Matthew 11. Yeah. Oh, start at verse 1.
Book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 1. And it came to pass, when Yahushua had made an end of commanding his 12 disciples, he departed thence to teach and to preach in their cities.
Right.
Verse 2. Now when John had heard in the prison the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples. Verse 3. And said unto him, Art thou he that should come, or do we look for another?
Right. John the Baptist, right? He was doing the water baptism, right? He was giving the water baptism, doing the water baptism, dipping in the water. And then they told him, I mean, he told them, he said, you know, I'm baptizing you with the water, but there's one that's mightier than me that I can't tie his shoes. Right? And he's going to baptize you in the fire. Right? And when Christ came, that's what he told him. That's him. And then to give respect to John, Christ was like, yeah, why don't you baptize me in the water? Do your thing. You feel me? Do your thing. Bloop, dipped him in the water. Okay. You know, talking about John's baptism is supposed to be over.
Right.
They're not supposed to be John's disciples no more. It's supposed to be all Christ's disciples. He's supposed to hand that over to Christ. You follow that, man. You follow him. You follow my cousin. Am I supposed to, can I say that? You know what I'm talking about? You know, John the Baptist was Christ's blood cousin. Literally. You follow my cousin. But now he's saying, now he's sending 2 of his men that are following him to go question Christ about what he's doing. Right? Go ahead, KPR.
Okay. Verse 4. Yahushua answered and said unto them, Go and show John again those things which ye do hear and see.
Right? Go ahead.
Verse 5. The blind receive their sight.
Right. You know what I mean? He said, yeah, John said, what? Well, you go tell John what you see. You tell John what you see and what you hear, what you do. The blind has received their sight. That's what I'm doing out here. I'm giving the blind sight. Right? Go ahead.
And the lame walk.
The lame walk. You know, brothers that can't walk, they walking now. I'm healing the sick. Go ahead.
The leopards are clear.
Oh, we.
It's like planes.
The lepers. Not leopards. Lepers. Like, you know, leprosy.
What, are you talking about leprosy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because, you know, that makes you unclean. Having blonde hair, patches on your skin, it'll make you unclean. Yes.
What if someone just dies there? Is it still clean?
No, they're not unclean.
Oh.
It has to come from natural causes, something that happened. You know what I mean? Maybe they were born like that. Albinos.
So they can't even come to our school?
Who said that?
No, I'm saying like inside the temple. Like,
Who said that?
again?
Back then, probably, but no, now, no.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? What? It's full caviar. Go ahead.
And the deaf hear. The dead are raised up.
Right.
And the poor have the gospel preached to them.
Right. All these things are happening, and John is still doubting Christ. Right? Still doubting Christ. That's like those brothers. All these things are happening with us, right? We go at the camp. They go, oh, yeah, man, we believe y'all. I believe you. I believe you. Yeah. All right, man, we'll come in here and see what it's about. They're not going to come in here and see what it's about. Why is that, Cappy? You call y'all?
Because we hold up a mirror in front of your face. We hold you accountable. And they don't want to be held accountable for their, how do I say, they don't want to change, sir. That's the short of it.
Say that. Say it again.
They don't want to change.
That's it. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else to say. They don't want to change, and that's the gist of it. They don't want to change. They want to come in here and be the same filthy person they was. So when they do that, they don't stay very long. They dip out. Jump down to verse 7.
Verse 7.
Oh no, read number 6.
Verse 6. Verse 6. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me.
Right. Bless whoever is not offended, because when they come in here, they get a little nervous about telling people that I'm an Israelite. They get a little nervous about telling people, oh, I need the Sabbath day off because I represent Christ. I represent the Sabbath day. I need the Sabbath day off. They don't want to do that. They don't want to tell people these things because they think they're going to get fired from their job. They think people are going to start hating them, which is more than likely true. They're going to start hating you. But, I mean, they hated you already.
Right.
Don't worry about them hating you because they don't really hate you. They really hate Christ. They really hate God. You dig what I'm saying? What is wrong with telling somebody, with you telling them, oh, I don't smoke no more. So, because I believe in Christ. Oh, I don't mess around with all these different women no more because I believe in Christ. Yes, sis?
What common denominator to I tell people that I'm like born again?
Yeah.
Like, don't do things anymore. Common response has been that I'm holier than them. Even though I never stopped and passed judgment on them.
Yeah.
The principle of me changing myself, usually what we do with ourselves, how we treat ourselves, how we treat others.
Right.
So usually we change ourselves. People view it as if you were trying to change yourself, then you probably think, I'm not a good person. I'm this kind of person. That's been just the common denominator.
That's what they say about you.
That's just what I kind of like how the vibe is tricking me. I had a girl tell me that I never said nothing ever disrespectful, derogatory, demeaning to her. I actually was really friendly with her.
Right.
But I said something in a meeting. I was on the lines of like, I felt stupid about having the knowledge of one thing and then not pursuing what I know.
Yeah.
I said I felt stupid not pursuing what I know.
Right.
She said that she felt like she was beneath me based off of something I said to myself.
Well, if that's how she feels, well, she feels like that. But you didn't say that.
I never said that, but she wasn't the only person that ever told me that.
Well, I mean, it's because they can't stop smoking crack, stop smoking weed, stop popping pills, stop having sex with every man that comes up and says, "Oh, you're beautiful." That's because they can't stop doing that, so they have to feel down upon themselves because you stopped doing whatever sin you were doing, because you started being better, because you started believing in Christ. And they just don't. They can say they believe in Christ all they want, but do the actions show it?
They do say they believe it, and they be just nasty as ever.
Yeah. Do they actions say that though? That's the problem. That's the problem. Their actions have to say that they believe in Christ. You understand what I'm saying? So it has nothing to do with you. It's all about them. They're selfish. When you want to do better for yourself, then they have a problem with you. But when you were doing all the same things they were doing, then it was all good. It was all good in the neighborhood. All good. Hey, man, I'm gonna come over there and chill with you. Now you don't smoke weed and don't smoke cigarettes and you know what I mean? And you ain't doing everything that they doing. Now they be like, I can't even come mess with you, dog, because you ain't even, we not on the same tip, on the same movement. Hey, no sweat, brother. I have new brothers and new sisters. No sweat. Capriar, what you doing? You call y'all, what you doing? I'm finna come over there and see y'all, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all come over here with me. I'm finna cook. Oh yeah, we coming over here. Yeah. Am I wrong, Caviar? You know what I mean? You don't need that. You don't need them in your life. You don't need them around you because they're not gonna do nothing but drag you back down. That's it. Because they like living in the gutter. And because you don't live in the gutter no more, now they got a problem with it. You understand that? Yes.
I heard someone say that when you start living the straight line, that your light goes more quickly.
Yeah. Hey, let your light shine amongst men. Let your light shine amongst men. That's what that is. So when your light is shining amongst men, you're actually showing them that, see, I did it, you can do it too, but they don't want to do it. So now they have to have something that's against you. So that's why when you come into the truth, it's imperative that you stay on that straight and narrow.
Right.
It's imperative because as soon as you go left, as soon as you go right, they're gonna say, see, I told you. I told you. I knew you wasn't all the way in there. I knew you wasn't all the way what you said you was. Like players can't mess up. I had to say it like that. Like you can't mess up. You know what I mean? And get back on the seat. Their problem is they mess up and they stay messing up and they stay messing up. Ain't no getting back on the right track for them. They never was on the right track to begin with. You dig what I'm saying? You understand? Keep going, Caviar.
Verse 7. And as they departed, Yahweh began to say unto the multitudes concerning John. What went ye out into the wilderness to see? And reed shaken with the wind.
Right. A reed shaken with the wind. Right. That's what he's saying. He said, John, is John a weed shaking in the wind? You know what I mean? A leaf blowing in the wind. You know what I'm talking about? The wind blow, he over there. The wind blow, he over there. He ain't got no sound doctrine, nothing to stand on. You dig what I'm saying? That's why John never changed. You dig what I'm saying? John wanted to keep his water baptism. He wanted to keep his ego. He wanted to keep his disciples. You feel me? Keep going.
Verse 8. But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment. Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in kings' houses.
Oh, jump down to 25. Or jump down to 24.
Verse 24. But I say unto you, that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for thee.
Wow. For brothers that don't change and that don't want to change and want to stay filthy and in the world, right? It's gonna be better for Sodom and Gomorrah than for them in the day of judgment. You understand that? You understand? You understand that? That if you don't change and you don't become better, when the day of judgment come, it'd be better off. It was better off that you was in Sodom and Gomorrah back then than to do that. What happened? Oh, you got him. You got it. Cool. You understand that, Capiar? The Lord ain't playing no games. Judgment Day is, you know what I mean? The Lord is on one. When it happened, it's gonna happen. Go ahead.
Verse 25. At that time, Yahweh answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent,
Right,
and hast revealed them unto babes.
right, because that's what we are, unto babes. The wise, the wise men of the earth, they don't believe that Christ is coming back. But you know who does believe that? You do. The babes, the babes. I do. You do what I'm saying? We believe. Jeez. All right. And Christ revealed that unto us, but he didn't reveal it unto TD Jakes, right? He didn't reveal it unto Queffro Dollar. He didn't reveal it unto Joel Osteen and them, but he did reveal it unto the ISUPK, unto the meek, unto the ones that people be like, oh, y'all ain't nothing but some niggas. Dumb niggas at that. Oh man, can I say that, Caviar? Y'all ain't nothing but some dumb Negroes. That's what they say. Y'all ain't nothing but some dumb Negroes. Oh, y'all ain't got no jobs. Y'all dumb Negroes. Y'all don't have no women, and y'all just on the corner. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all just on the corner because y'all broke. Ain't that what they tell us? No, they tell us that. We on the corner because we broke. To camp, to speak on the street. That what they come up and tell us. The women come up, they half naked, ain't got no clothes on, half naked. That's why y'all ain't got no women, and y'all broke. Okay, I'll be broke for Christ. You know what I'm talking about? You could be rich for Donald Trump, and you can get his same judgment that he's gonna get. I'm just saying. Ain't that what they tell us, Caviar? They told us we some dumb niggas. Of course. Of course. Yeah. That happened on Saturday. He spit on him. There was a brother. Yeah, that's a brother.
You know, I came to understand that if we're gonna be part of the body, I was telling you this yesterday.
Yeah.
Gonna be part of the body, gotta be willing to get treated like the body.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of. If you want to serve Christ, you got to get treated like Christ. And Christ got unalived, got murdered, beat, stabbed. Yeah.
And you know, God showed me they did more than what the Thomas they did.
I believe it. They probably did do more than what's recorded. I mean, because what's recorded is terrible. You know what I mean? But like, I'm pretty sure to see it, it was like, oh man, that's terrible.
No, they did more. If you reflect back historically, if you look at some of the techniques, and some of them even still doing it. Like I was saying about the brother Robert Brooks, reminded me so much of Christ because they stretched him out.
Robert Brooks, that's the brother that just died. And they had him like in a handcuff, and they was kicking him and beating him. Yeah,
but they stretched him
in
out.
New York.
They kept stretching him out.
Yeah.
While they was beating.
Yeah. Because
it's exactly what they be doing when they do that.
But you know, but Christ was the first unarmed black man to get shot down by police, because that's what a centurion is. Centurion, it was just a police officer, somebody that keeps the peace. So keeps the peace. Let me say it like that. And Christ was the first one, and he probably wasn't the first one. He was just the most famous one.
He was the one that was documented because of how he came.
No, it's more documented before that, more crucifixion documented before that. But he was the most famous one because he's the Son of God. You know what I mean? Christ never did wrong to nobody. But you know, and it's terrible that those are the ones that have to die a horrible death, a torturous death. The ones that don't do anything to nobody, the meek. You know what I mean? Christ was actually a peacekeeper. What's up?
Wait, Robert Brooks was just a few days ago?
Well, the videos came out like a few days ago. I don't know when it was, but
it was back. So he actually passed my mother's birthday, but they did him on the night.
It's like 6 hours ago, 7 hours ago.
Yeah, because the videos, the camera footage from the police cameras, the body cams is being released. But
they stretched him out.
Yeah, and it's a terrible thing.
And then they stripped him down.
Yeah, it's a terrible thing.
And they thought it was funny though.
Of course, they always think it's funny. They always think they always make fun of the death and murder and the problems of Black people, Hispanic people, and Native American people. What about you? You had a question? Yeah, it's a sport. Yeah, let's see how many dead bodies we can rock up. Let's see how many tickets we can give. Let's see how much Let's see how much let's see how much brutality we can give out. Real talk.
Wait, when you say stressed out, you mean like they stressed them out or they beat him up?
No, they stretched him out like
they elongated his body.
Right.
That's what they did to Christ. They stretched him out.
yeah, on the cross. Like they did that. No, they didn't stretch him out like that, but they stretched him out like they picked him up
The
and
cross,
they
also, a lot
put him in a headlock and they basically like pushed his head down and then like they pushed like they laid him out on the table, or I don't know if it was a table, but it was like they laid him out and then like we could see one officer like punching him, you know what I mean, while he's laid, like while one officer is holding him down, the other officer is punching him, like, you know what I mean, to the point where he goes to sleep like unconscious. You know what I mean? Like real talk. They start kicking him and like real talk.
yeah, they like had him in a sitting position, and then they pulled him to where he was in a laying position, and continually kicked him in the stomach and basically beat this man while he was cuffed and stretched out.
Right.
Then after they did that and he passed out, they didn't stop. They
Right.
picked him up, rolled him against the wall. Two officers held him up,
Yeah.
removed his clothes, and then rolled him back on his bed and went in on smoke.
I couldn't.
Pushed him back out after stripping him.
I didn't see the whole video. I couldn't. I like.
So the video I saw has a multitude of angles.
Yeah, it's a couple videos out like that. I just couldn't. I couldn't watch the whole thing. I was like,
I watched.
yeah.
It's just. I try to see how far they're gonna go and they man this stuff.
It don't matter how far they go. This shouldn't happen at all.
Well, they don't have that mentality. And then as soon as they try them in court, they have this remorseful mentality because their counselors told them to do that. And that's how they get off.
Well, have you ever heard that in the Bible? About Robert Brooks in the Bible? Trayvon Martin in the Bible? Mike Brown? Freddie Gray? Yes.
I mean, like the way the way that they're being executed, like, yeah, I mean, in various different ways, of course. But if you think about it, you think about Moses. Think about Moses. Moses was conceived. Harab put the decree out to kill all the children firstborn under 2. It was 2 and under. He's trying to get Moses. They sent Moses up the river. Moses was sent up the river and wound up at the temple because of the very person who was at the temple's decree. So let's just go to show how God's work. So everything they're doing now is not going to work. But what we need to do as a society is identify with the thing that they're being able, how they're being able to get us like that. That man was by himself. He shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have been there like that.
I disagree.
Okay.
That's I understand what you're saying.
Agree with what part of what I'm saying.
No, I disagree with on what we need to do. I disagree on what we need to do.
So we don't need to come together as a people.
Of course, we need to come together as a people, but the Black Panthers came together as a people. But what happened to them? No, they ain't taking them down one at a time. They were shooting up their Black Panther Party offices.
But they was getting the ones that they couldn't get at the office one at a time.
You ever heard of Fred Hampton? Fred Hampton was together with about 10 people in a house, and they broke and they came in and they shot him dead.
What I mean together.
So you know what I mean?
You thinking I'm saying like as a council, like
not as a council. I'm just saying it don't matter if we're together if we don't have the Most High, if we don't have God and doing what God wants us to do, then it doesn't matter if we're together or not. You know what I mean? So we need to gather ourselves together under the Lord, because those people in that church was gathered together, and then they were gathered together. Then they let the white man in, and he went in there and murdered everybody. So we have to come together under what the Lord decrees, under what the Lord says to come together under.
So you agree with?
Okay, of course I agree with you about coming together, but we have to come together with the Lord. That's one thing that we always never did. We'll come together and we want to go back. We'll build a golden calf and worship another God.
No, I'm not talking about that. That's not what I'm talking about putting together in the sense of like what you said.
Right? Because those people, those brothers that are getting unalived and killed. How can I say it? There, nobody gets killed in the ISUPK by the police. The police come and defend us like they did the other day. The other day, we had a brother that was acting irate and that was going crazy and spitting on folks and everything. And the police came and made him get away from us because we're doing the Lord's business. And nobody can defeat the Lord. Nobody. So you understand what I mean? Like, and it's a terrible thing that what happens to brothers with the police and with police brutality. But if they come into the body, then they'll have a better chance of not getting have a better chance of not getting unalived. I want to use the correct words I want to use, but I have to use the words. It'll be better. They won't get unalived by the police if they come into the body and do what the Lord says. Does that make sense? The only safe place in salvation is here with the Lord. Nowhere else. Nowhere else. So you know what I mean? Like some people like go to Islam, they get unalived, but you know, at the same time, brothers in Islam, they're selling drugs and are hitmen. You know what I mean?
So I don't even want to go on the topic of people and their illegal stuff under.
Yeah. Here in ISUPK, we do none of that. We keep America's laws and we keep God's laws.
That's disgusting. I can't stand it.
Well, I mean, TD Jakes was at the P. Diddy party. He's getting swallowed up. So he might been keeping his laws or America's laws, right? But he was breaking God's laws.
So what happened to him?
Who, TD Jakes? Well, did he have a heart attack or something on in the pulpit or something like that, right? He had a heart attack or something, right?
I didn't watch. I just know he had some type of medical emergency. When I seen that, I was like, "Oh."
Maybe they should serve the Lord correctly and quit trying to be lovers of themselves and greedy dogs. Maybe they should do that. You do what I'm saying? Maybe they should actually change instead of talking about change. Because they got a good lip service about change and being baptized and ooh, Jesus this and Jesus that, right? But do they actually live like that?
I don't try to judge what other people do. I try to do my best. I stay on myself. I don't be looking at everybody like TD. I tell you what, when it came out about Diddy and all that stuff, I didn't be like, oh, bad shame on TD. What I thought was going on was totally pure. I was like, well, how else are we gonna save souls if we avoid it? That was how I looked at TD. And then it came all the stuff about the tapes and stuff.
And he was getting swallowed up. See? You see what I mean, though? You see what I mean? I wouldn't be caught dead at a P. Diddy party. I wouldn't. And then if I am at the P. Diddy party, I'm not on them tapes doing nothing crazy. I'm not taking. I don't even want your drinks. I brought my own drink. Huh? Yeah, I know. I can't get in. They won't let me in. When I walk up to the door, they're gonna look at me like, "Hey, brother, you don't belong here." I know I don't, or maybe I do. Because y'all need to quit all this mess. Right. You understand what I'm saying? My spirit ain't in tune with their spirit. Only people that's at them parties is people that are in tune with that P. Diddy spirit. Yeah. See, the club is totally different. The club is totally different. I mean, we can go to the club and have a drink all day long, a bar and have a drink all day long, and not go crazy and be shaking tail feathers, and you know what I mean? They be having these little line dances. Is that what they called? Line dances? You know what I mean? Like what the electric slide? The electric slide is a line dance, right? So if they play that at the club, can I not get out there in the electric slide?
That's awesome. But not all the clubs are the same. There's some clubs, like, matter of fact, I'll give you a perfect example. I went to this new one called Twin Peaks. It's not a club, right?
It's a sports bar.
It's a sports bar. You know, I sat in there and I listened to their music. I felt the demonic frequency they was playing in.
That's crazy because I feel demonic frequency from gospel music. That's wild. When I listen to Kirk Franklin, I feel nothing but demonic energy. When I listen to TD Jakes, when I listen to TD Jakes, I feel nothing but homosexual and demonic energy. What's his name? When he talking about We Fall Down, Donnie McClurkin.
Oh, well, yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know he's a homosexual, right?
Yeah. You can hear it.
I know. I feel nothing but demonic energy. So what does that mean? So does that mean the demonic energy is coming from is coming from the music, or is it coming from the people? Does that mean I can listen to it and not act on what they're saying? Because I mean, there's plenty of music all about drug dealing and things like that. But do I have to sell drugs?
I had to stop listening to her because when you listen to her, it has a contingency. Like you kind of do feel like enemy come in, right?
No.
I do not.
I understand that's what she's talking about. That's what she's talking about. I listen to a lot of music. Right, don't I? But I don't never act on the music, what the music is saying.
Okay, so not necessarily acting on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we have to understand the Bible tells us to guard our hearts and our minds.
I understand that.
So we are supposed to guard ourselves from even hearing. Let me pull a scripture up. Can I do that?
What scripture would you like?
It's the one where it tells us to guard our hearts and our minds against volatile. And there's like a certain way we're supposed to allow ourselves to be separate from the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand that. But see, now everybody listens to that music, right? And they listening to the music about murdering somebody, killing, unaliving people, gang banging, and they actually go out there and act on it.
Our youth do it. That's what our youth do.
Yeah, because nobody's telling them that that's entertainment. They're not doing that. Those people that are out there that are making music about killing people, they're not killing people. Them boys are soft as toilet paper.
So if you think about it,
Mm-hmm.
child that's innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Because me as an adult woman, we could talk about things that I did as a child that I was innocent, that I was influenced to do.
Right.
What influenced me to do the things that I was doing? There was nobody telling me, but there was some spirit. There was no person ever. There was not one person ever told me,
and that's what
to go hop on a pole.
And that's what I'm saying.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying, though, sis. That's what I'm saying. Nobody ever told you that, but nobody ever told you not to do it. So they just letting music raise kids. Letting music raise children. So music is going to raise kids now. You're going to let your kids listen to Eminem, and he's talking about popping pills, and he hates his mama, and he's going to kill his mama. And you're going, no, it shouldn't.
The stuff that my parents talk about, they used to listen to.
Okay.
Yeah, like they relate very well with their music having an influence on the way they experience.
It can have an influence, but the more influence it should be the parents doing right. That should be their influence. They should listen to the music and know that that's just music. Watch the movie and know that's just a movie. But this is real life. And that's what we don't do. We don't teach our children. We don't teach our children, and we don't try to teach our children. We let the music raise them. We let the TV raise them.
I remember my mom gave me this TV. didn't change nothing.
Yeah. And then it didn't change.
It was like, okay.
So then now you can say that's your own personal choice then.
Well, it's a choice. It'd be a choice if I had an option, right?
Of course, everybody, we all have options. Everybody has options. Everybody has options. I had an option and I chose the wrong option and I got in trouble for it. I had the option to do right. I had the option to do wrong. No, I'm just because we have options. We have choices. Everybody makes choices, but sometimes we make the right choice and sometimes we make the wrong choice. I'm just trying to get you to understand that just because the music says one thing, we don't have to go with what the music says.
We'll say this for example. Okay, say that we do have options, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we African Americans,
be
really 100, we'll be a million.
Okay.
We African Americans.
Okay.
Now, I'm mixed.
Okay.
Okay. So me being mixed, I have an alternate culture that I was introduced to.
I got you, Caviar. Okay.
And my cousins who wasn't mixed, they did not have that same alternate of culture because they wasn't mixed. They had 2 black parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a black dad and a Polynesian mother.
Okay.
So happening that was by the 2 cultures of my home. My household was a lot different. I got to learn how to make egg rolls, right? My cousins weren't learning egg rolls, they was learning fried chicken. We learning gumbo, right?
Okay.
So when I go over my cousin to cook them food, they don't even understand why am I cooking them egg rolls. They didn't have that option, right? So sometimes the option is not placed in front of everybody.
No.
And by me being a mixed child, I went to also several different schools. I went to schools in black communities, and I went to schools in white communities.
Okay.
The education in the white communities,
Okay.
they're racist in the white communities.
I believe it.
And they teach their children, don't love those niggers. Don't play with those niggers. Don't be friends with those niggers. You keep your asses and don't invite them to our house.
That's good. You know what I teach my kids? Stay away from those crackers. Don't trust those crackers. Don't play with those crackers and keep those crackers out my house.
This besides the point.
Because they're school shooters.
The point is the option.
But what I'm saying is the option, right, has nothing to do with what the parenting has to deal with. The parents need to be the ones that dictate to those children what to do and how to do it and how to say it and what to do, and they need to dictate to that. So just like your cousins had 2 black parents at home, those parents need to be raising those kids not to be gang members, not to be murderers, not to be drug dealers, to be an outstanding citizen, to go to school and become something. Try to do something.
So to come back to this black family, my cousin.
Okay.
Both of those parents were square bears. They didn't even know gangs existed like that they needed to tell their children about.
But they was in a community of gangs. I'm pretty sure they
wasn't in a community of gangs. I wasn't in a community of gangs.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about your cousins.
I'm talking about all of the above.
Okay.
Right? And so when I moved around as a young lady,
Mhm.
I found out what gangs was. In fact, I found out what gangs was from my own brother.
Mhm.
My brother didn't even live in the same home. My brother was a wayward child.
Yeah, so
he
did
was bringing gangs home to me from another.
and your dad should have checked that shit. Your dad should
My dad didn't give a fuck.
see now we get to the gist of it. Your parents didn't give a fuck, so then therefore you didn't care about what they didn't care about what you listened to and what influenced you. So then therefore you was able to get influenced by whatever you want to get influenced by.
I wanted to get influenced by because that wasn't a choice I made. I didn't choose.
No, just because you have a brother that does one thing does not mean you have to follow in his footsteps.
So if my brother bring me a crack pipe at 8 years old, I'm supposed to automatically know that?
Your parents should have been like, hey, what the hell is going on with you? Your parents should have been the one checking your brother.
My parents were both squares in that one when I was getting introduced to things that I shouldn't.
But they still need to know what's going on in that household. And that's another thing, how they were both at work. That's another thing that society does to us. That how we allow influences in our kids' life because we're always at work. We're always at work. Of course it is. I never said it wasn't intentionally. Oh, I believe that too. I believe that too. But then still, even if you take them to school and teach them how to be how to be a.
Is that a choice that the baby gonna get into school and then they teacher gonna pop out with a tutu on full fledged and this a whole Mr. Jenkins got a whole tutu on and you know your teacher, you chose your teacher too, and you know what I'm saying, you only 2nd grade and you have a hard time with the color wheel and you gonna speak up and say, Mr. Jenkins came in here and showed me.
Well, at this point,
his tuck away.
Well, if Mr. Johnson goes to shows my children a tuck away, they're gonna come home and tell me, and then me and Mr. Johnson's gonna have a serious talk.
I remember when I was a kid, there was a lot of stuff I seen.
But there's
I didn't know to talk or tell them.
But because you already said that your parents didn't give a fuck. I give a fuck, so I tell my.
I don't say they didn't give a fuck.
At this point, we're getting off subject. We're not even teaching the class no more. Thank you very much. Yes.
Is it more so a matter of the spirit, not necessarily everything else I'm talking about?
Say it again.
Is it more of a matter of the spirit?
Yeah.
In a person, you're not gonna have a desire to. You gotta be able to influence certain things. If it's not in you to be, you're gonna have a desire or in you.
Yeah, but what everything is learned. Everything is learned. We didn't growing up, right? When we first were born, we didn't know nothing about Christmas. We didn't know nothing about birthdays, Easter, Thanksgiving. All of these things was taught to us. And by the time we turned 5, we was waiting on birthday gifts. We was waiting on Christmas gifts. And we was waiting on Thanksgiving. And we was waiting on Halloween. But we didn't know these things when we first came out the womb. No, we didn't choose it. Our parents taught us these things. Our parents taught us these things.
What I'm saying is that not everybody has a choice. Not everybody knows to choose something different. If it's something you're being taught from birth from, then that's what you're gonna know. And it says it in the Bible. Teach a child in the way he will go, and he will not part.
Exactly.
So a lot of us is misguided, and we haven't seen a choice.
Exactly.
It's not a choice that we can always make.
Exactly. But then when we grow up, we know right from wrong.
No, I have a brother that's lost.
I knew right from wrong.
My brother is lost.
He knows right from wrong. He knows if he kills somebody, it's wrong. we know these things. We know these things. We just need to quit making excuses for people that don't want to choose the right choice.
It's not an excuse. It's an observation that I've made. I've become more compassionate. And it's just simply put like that. I just become more compassionate because I don't feel like, or what my observation is, an opinion, I don't feel like everybody has that choice. And even when they get told something, like if I stop somebody and tell them, hey, you're driving too fast. And I don't tell them how fast to drive. I just told them they were driving too fast. I never told them how to correct. So how do you tell somebody they're doing something wrong without telling them how to do the right?
What time is it? It's 8:09. 8:10. I definitely understand what you're talking about, but in that, right, what we do here in the ISUPK is we teach people right from wrong. So if they want to know right from wrong, they can come here and learn right from wrong according to what God says. Not what we think in our own opinions and our own observation, because our own observations mean nothing. According to what God says, our opinion don't mean jack. I'm just saying, everybody just celebrated Christmas, right? What's going on, man? What's going on? Calm down. All right, brother. See? Huh? Yeah. So everybody just celebrated Christmas, right? On December 25th. Did you know on that same day, on December 25th, was the feast of dedication, Hanukkah. So they could have chose to go to Christmas dinner with their parents, or they could have chose the ISUPK school nearest them, and came to the feast day. That's where I was at.
I was this year old when I found out about what that is.
I believe it. But sis, so now you know what should you do? Should you continue on doing the wrong thing, or should you continue, or should you start doing what God said?
I've been doing what God said. That's why I'm here.
I dig it. I can dig it. So you made the right. That's my point. You know what I'm talking about? Clap it up for the sister. That's my point. All right. I don't even know where we at now. Yeah, we already finished that. Give me Matthew 3 and give me Matthew 3 and 10. All right. Matthew 3 and 10. Because a good tree beareth good fruit. Right? A bad tree beareth bad fruit. A good household beareth good children. A bad household beareth bad children. Right? If a parent cares about his children, he's going to make sure that he and she are going to make sure that their children aren't walking around acting like heathens. Even if they work a lot, even if they, you know what I mean, we're going to make sure of it, right? You have children, right? And you make sure your children aren't heathens. You know what I mean? When they have a question about something, you know what I mean? You always let them know that they can come to you. And when they come to you, what's up? Yeah. I'm telling you, we all, a lot of us had bad, look, a lot of us had bad parents. A lot of us had bad parents, and to this day they think they good. Like, what you talking about, man? Look, I went to work. Hey, calm down. Yeah, I went like they tell you. I went to work. I put the roof over your head. I gave you clothes. That's excellent. That's excellent. Clap it up for all the parents that go to work, put a roof over their kids' head, and give them and buy them clothes and make sure they fed. You know what I'm talking about? But did you raise them how God said raise them? Right. Did you know how God said raise them? Did you inquire? Did you inquire? Did you even care? Or did you just go along with what the oppressor said?
But how did God say raise them?
In the law, statutes, and commandments. You want us to get it for you?
Ooh, please.
Yes.
I was going to say, that's why the Lord said we destroy Christ like a no.
Yep.
The Lord said that.
You know what? Just get it. Hosea 4 and 6. Hosea 4 and 6. Then we can backdoor Deuteronomy 6 and 4. I know. I can look. One of my favorite things to teach is history, brotherhood, and morality. Morality is one of my favorite things to teach because that's one thing we don't have as Black people is a moral standard. You dig what I'm saying? Whatever we think is right, we do it. Whatever we think is wrong, we do it. We don't care about right or wrong, even though we know right from wrong. You know what I mean? We know it's wrong to kill. We know it's wrong to kill somebody, but we do it anyway. Now, I'm not saying that if you in a fight for your life, somebody walk up to you, punch in the face, and you got to hit them back to get them off of you, and you know what I'm talking about, and you got to defend yourself with your life. Defend yourself with your life. But to be out here just unaliving people because you had a bad day, we know that's wrong, right? You know who don't know that's wrong? These other nations. That little girl that killed that went to that school and killed them people in Wisconsin. It was a little 13-year-old girl that killed them people in that school 3 weeks ago. She didn't know that. Apparently she didn't know that because she had bad parenting. Dylan Roof Thorne, he had bad parenting. They had bad parenting. They didn't know these things that going the Columbine's kids, they didn't know these things. They didn't know these things. They're so sensitive. You know what I mean? Why aren't there black kids going in schools unaliving people?
Police already be on the black kids.
You don't know? I think because
They got the police on the black kids so tough that they know to fear the law.
I just think that growing up with black parents, that just don't fly. Even though our parents didn't raise us correct in a lot of things, one thing they did was on our neck. Hispanic parents too. I hear the stories from my Hispanic partners about abuela and the chancla. You feel me? Say it's fast as light. Woo, woo, oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Fast as lightning. You know what I'm talking about? I know my mama didn't play no games. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. But there's no black family there. We're talking about black. Remember we were talking about earlier how a black family is a black mom and a black dad. We were talking about that earlier. There's no black family. There was just a black dad. You know what I mean? And he left his community. And he was like, I needed another woman because the women in my community. Right. And I'm pretty sure they was against that. And I'm pretty sure they told him they was against that. But if they see what I mean? Ain't no hold back on it. You know what I'm talking about? When gangbanging happened, there's a lot of old gangbangers, right? That would be talking about like, hey, I used to have to sneak and do what I did. You know what I'm talking about? When my mom went to work at night, I used to have to sneak out and go do what I did. I didn't, you know what I'm talking about? I didn't just go out there and was acting crazy. And then when I was with my mom, I had a little bit of respect. So these things are done outside of the household. They're making choices to do these things outside the household because they want to be with their friends and hang out with their friends. And you know what I mean? Trust me, I got a 17-year-old. And I like to talk to her about don't be doing no drugs, no drinking, you know what I'm talking about? And stay away from boys. Gotta tell him that. She'll tell you. That every time when she goes out somewhere, that's my speech. No drugs, no drinking, you know what I'm talking about? And stay away from boys. The Bible says that. Never mind. Go ahead.
Well, no, I'm gonna say, yeah, our parents told us not to do these things, and then when we did them, we always got in trouble. But they never told us why not to do them.
Right.
That was because I said something, and that's why I used to do the stuff. Because it was like, to me, it was like if you make me, you create a atmosphere where there's animosity, right?
Right.
Like say for example, me and you talk, and you just like, I only reach. I'm just giving this as an example.
Okay, because I didn't say it like that. I'm just
saying this is real true, like
right.
The setting in the moment.
Right.
But I'm saying, like you told me you didn't agree with me. Yes, you know, I a little bit. You understand? You don't like me then.
You cool. You cool, sis.
No, I'm just trying to give you a good example.
I know real crazy people.
Of how people think.
Yeah.
And so I'm using this to relate to my parents.
Yeah.
Right? So tell me you don't agree with me, you don't respect my views or whatever.
I didn't say that.
I have a little disconnect. Most kids have disconnects, by the way.
Yeah.
They haven't been taught.
Right.
So you tell a kid something and then they go do what they feel. Most children behave off of feelings, not off of knowledge, intellect, wisdom. Most children don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was saying about choices. Like children don't make good choices.
Yeah.
Firstly, they don't have, all of us don't have a dad like
so you saying the problem is with children that they're raised by women?
No, my dad was my main problem because my dad was there. You know how my dad was there?
No, I'm just sis. I'm being a Christian right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm playing a Christian right now because Not Semitism. What's the word? Polite. Polite be talking like that. With like open-ended questions.
Yeah, go.
I forgot the word. I forgot the word. I'm going to remember. Nah, it's like open-ended questions. I'm going to get it. Yeah, but it's a different word. It's yeah, it's like how you talk to people. It's like it leaves the answer open for anything. No.
You saying the answer in the statement.
No, it's right with an S. Schematics, huh? No.
No, it's like a type way you start asking.
Semantics. Semantics. There we go. That's how that's what I'm doing. I'm you know what I mean? I'm playing semantics with you. Because it's taking your answer and making a question out of it to where it's not what you meant. I know what you mean. I know everything about what you mean. Sis. I'm just playing a Christian. I'm just playing the way on how to impose what I want in the conversation. I'm a battler. I mean, I don't want you to be quiet. I just want to get through this class. No, you're not disrupting the class. I definitely understand. It's the first time in class, and it's your spirit been wanting to be here for a while. It's like a brother's first time speaking on the podium. His spirit's been wanting to speak on the podium for a long time. So when he get up there, he goes wild. And he says he did it. I'm like, oh, man, hey, slow down, calm down, breathe. You know what I mean? Because his points come right after another. You know what I mean? Right? He said, what? I know y'all don't understand it. I know. Yeah, his spirit wants to just your spirit is happy to be here. That makes sense? Because you have all these thoughts in your mind. You have all these opinions and all these thoughts and everything that you've been thinking that you can't talk to anybody out there about. You can't talk to nobody out there about it because everybody out there is not worried about that. They worried about New Year's and they worried about going to the club and they worried about partying and they worried about shaking their tail feather and they were, you know what I mean? They worried about all these different things that has nothing to do with God. And you're trying to be in tune with God. So now you're around brothers and sisters that's you know what I mean? That's in tune with God, right? That's in tune with the Most High, that knows the Most High laws, the rules and regulations. Right? Because I teach these things. We teach these things, right? So now you're here, and now your spirit is like, yeah, I'm around them. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Let me get everything I need to say out. I dig it. I've been here. That's why look. That's your spirit. Remember, you're a baby. You're a baby in this. Today's your first. Today you are 1 day old. You're a baby in this. You know what I mean? Just like they excited to be here and don't know what the hell going on. You excited to be here too. You're a baby in this. Your spirit is 1 day old. I understand. Your spirit is 1 day old. My spirit about 5 years. I'm old. Yes. Yes. When you first start to change, when you first see something and you be like, oh man, I'm not supposed to do that. And you actually do it. Oh my goodness. That's when your spirit starts to change from whoever you was in the world to being in here. You know what I mean? Like, because when you're in the world, your spirit is 30-something years old, 20-something years old, however old you are. That's how old your spirit is. And then you come in here and now you're in here learning all these new things, you know what I mean? And now you're like, shit. So now your 1 day old spirit is fighting your 30-something-year-old spirit. You know what I mean? It don't equal up. It don't equal up. That 36-year-old spirit is always going to win against that 1 day old spirit. That's why it's going to be important that you stay in here. You stay calling your camp leader. You stay talking to your camp leader. You stay talking and trying to put 2 and 2 together. You know what I mean? Not your spirits, but trying to put the whole thing about Christ and the Most High and the Israelites and who you are and what you got to do and your task and the future. And you know what I mean? You have to put all that together. It's a real deal. It's a real deal task. It's a real deal fight. Every day it's a fight. Every day it's a fight to do the right thing. Ooh, I like that. To make the right choices. What's up, Capiar?
Oh, that's what Christ did when he said he had to be reborn again.
Right. I was trying to get there.
Oh, my bad.
I was trying to get there, be reborn again and become a baby again. And then Nicodemus didn't understand what he was saying either. And Nicodemus was a teacher of the law. Nicodemus was a Pharisee. He was like, what? So I got to go back in my mama's tummy in the womb again? Christ was like, what? Like, no, man, you just have to relearn everything that you learned in life. Everything that we learned outside of these doors, outside of the Bible, even in the Christian church, we have to realize that that's wrong. Right. And that's wrong. Yeah, I was in the middle of talking. You know what I mean? See, here, you see how everybody was raising their hand? That's what we do. Because it's just like in school. This is a classroom. You know what I mean? I'm a teacher. So, you know, you got a statement, you know what I mean? Like, hey, teach, I got you. You know what I mean? Hey, you good? Yes. And then you get called on.
The last things that I've seen in the church was they had a woman, they had 2 women. One of the last churches I went to, they had 2 women doing all of the ceremony. And I was like,
it's gonna be hard to get that out. So
that wasn't bringing forth word. They was bringing forth that messy stuff women do. They got to be stuff right here in the pulpit.
Oh, okay. That's why women don't belong in the pulpit.
Yeah, so that was what I seen that made me finally just say, you know what?
But you see how they don't believe in the Bible, because the Bible says let the woman keep silent in the church. Silent in the church. Yeah, that's what the Bible says. Let the woman keep silent in the church. But in the Christian church, they let the woman just run buck wild and say gossip about everybody and say whatever they want to say, and you know what I mean. And that be the problem. That upholds the problem. Yeah. Yep. That's absolutely what it is. You know what I mean? So, that's how much the Christian church don't believe in what God says. They don't believe it. You know what I mean? Either they're gonna believe their religion or they're gonna believe the Bible. They have to make a choice. I'm sorry, Dad. Look, I deal with choices all the time. They have to make a choice.
Well, you have the fact isn't the choice being made, right? The fact is having the information to make a choice. It's like if you go up here on your internet, right?
No.
You can make a choice if you just have one option. What is that?
You never have one option. If somebody walk up to you and smack you in the face, you have more than one option.
Instinctual. I'm talking about like one option. Like if you go to the grocery store and you want milk, you went to the store to get milk.
Yeah, okay, we'll get almond milk. Oat milk.
But that's not milk. Those are chemicals comprised to make you think that's what that is. But that's not what that is.
Who says milk is milk too? Who says milk is milk also?
I mean, it's what you know,
No, it's not what I know. I there's other milks that Borden is not the only place that makes milk. HEB has their own brand of milk. Hill Country Fair milk. Borden milk.
What if they didn't have the regular cow's milk? No two, no homogenized, no one. You want to go for oat milk?
I go, no, I do almond milk.
So I can't go for almond milk.
So you can do, what's the other choice?
The only choice for me is cow's milk.
No, what about oat milk? Oat milk is not a nut. Oat milk is a nut.
It's
Y'all ready for this? You ready for this? Go get the evaporated milk that you used to with the powder that you put the water in and mix up. That's good. That's milk too. Get some condensed milk. You always have a. You always have a choice.
I've seen people not have.
Yes. Oh, what about rice milk? You always have a choice. There's always going to be another option. There's always going to be an option. If somebody comes up to you and asks you, hey, you want to sell drugs? For me, there is no option. I'm going with what the Lord said. Hell no, I don't want to sell drugs. There is no option because there isn't there's an option. I can say, yeah, I want to sell that drug. Give me that drug. But then I have to take the consequences that comes with it. Or I can say, no, I'm standing with the Lord, and I can take the blessing that comes with that.
I'm saying, like, if somebody was to come to me and ask me to sell drugs,
There's a choice.
the choice is not, right? I'm not going to sell drugs.
Right? But you also have the opportunity or the choice to be like, yeah. But then when you say yeah, you have to take every consequence that comes with that choice. And here the Lord said, we just gonna get it for you. Yes. I want that one, but give me life and death. Yeah, give me life and death. Deuteronomy 32 and 19 or something like that. 18. Is it 32? Who needs to burp? You don't need a burp. You good. You want to play. I know y'all not tired. Y'all took a long nap. They don't go to sleep. They just take long naps and get back to annoying their mama and daddy. Is it starting at 15? 30. I knew it was 30 something, 32. It wasn't 30. What's in chapter 32, Deuteronomy? I figured. But it's 30. Okay. It's 15? Look at 18. Look at 18. Yeah. Try 19.
That's it.
It's 19. Yeah. They both be tripping. All right, we back now. We back. We got because you got to get this, okay? I want you to get this, sis. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 19. I call heaven and earth to report this day against you. Now I've set before you life and death.
Right? Choices, right? The Lord has set before you today life and death. That's what happened on December 25th. He gave everybody the choice of life and celebrating Hanukkah with him, or he'd celebrate or death and celebrating Christmas. Of course, everybody knows about Hanukkah. They just don't believe in it. You had to hear about it. You had to hear about it. That's the Jewish man's holiday. I remember watching. They do call it Hanukkah. Yeah. Dedication. Mm-hmm. Hanukkah is so when they say Hanukkah, they're saying the same thing as Hanukkah, right? But they're saying it in a Yiddish language, like a Yiddish Hebrew, and we're saying it in the Lashawan Kodash ancient Hebrew. Make sense? See, two choices. For time's sake, we just gonna call it the Feast of Dedication. All right. No. I want no. Yeah.
So obviously I've been miseducated.
You have it. Yeah, you can blame the Christian church for that. Because where you're supposed to go and get knowledge at in the Christian church, they didn't teach you about it. They taught you about Christmas, which is not in the Bible. They say they believe in the Bible. They say they believe in Christ, and then they tell you to celebrate Christmas, which is an old pagan holiday.
It's worse than that.
It is. I just want to keep it simple for you because I don't want to overload you with information. I want to overload you with information, but I don't want to overload you too much with information. I want to give you the basics to start right now as a baby. You know what I mean? You know, as a baby, you get breast milk. You can't eat solid food. You know what I mean? Until your teeth grow in, you get a little bit older, you get to be able to learn how to chew, and then you can get solid food. Right now, you're a baby in this. You're 1 day old, remember? So when I feed you, I want to feed you milk scriptures. I want to feed you simple. I don't want to feed you too yeah. You dig what I'm saying? Your tummy can't handle it. Your tummy needs simple milk. No, you're right. It needs simple milk. Is there any more on the Deuteronomy? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Blessing and cursing.
19.
Okay, verse 19. Yeah. Blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life.
Hold on. Start it over again. Ooh, these choices are crazy.
Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. Set before you life and death.
Life and death, right? There's two choices you can choose. You can choose in the world and die and death, or you can choose in here with the Lord and choose to life, to live. Right? Go ahead.
Blessing and cursing.
Blessings and curses. That's a choice. You know what I mean? You can choose the Lord and get blessed, or you can choose the world and get cursed. Drugs, strip poles, gang banging, disobedient children, all types of crazy nonsense that goes on outside of this place, this safe haven. Right? Go ahead.
Therefore choose life.
Do what?
Therefore choose life.
The Lord is telling you to choose life. That's a word. That's a commandment. That's a rule, regulation to choose life and don't choose death. Choose him. Don't choose the opposite. That's what you do what I'm saying? The Lord is telling you you have a choice and choose right. They're not gonna bring this up in the Christian church because they want them to choose wrong. That's what they want them to do. They want them to choose wrong so they can keep coming back and put money in that collection plate. Right? Keep going.
That both thou and thy seed may live.
That what?
That both thou and thy seed may live.
So it's when you make a choice, it's not only for you, it's for your children also. You see how that's everything that's the whole gist of what we've been talking about today about with parenting and things like that. We have to make good choices, the right choices for our children.
Right.
I'm just saying I didn't have a choice because I didn't have parents that thought as me as a priority. My parents prioritized themselves.
I understand that. Start the scripture over again.
Go. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you.
This day, not in the past. This day. Go ahead.
That I have set before you life and death.
That we have did what?
Set before you life and death.
So today you have a choice. Today we have a choice, right? Go ahead.
Blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life.
Now the Lord is telling you today you have a choice, and He's telling you what choice to choose. So let's not worry about the past and our parents. Let's worry about what's going on right now and the future, and how we can change and become better than what we was in the past. That's what we all striving to be, right? We all striving to be better than what we was in the past. Real talk. That's why Christ died. Christ died to give us a second chance. Go ahead.
Therefore, choose life,
Mm-hmm.
that both thou and thy seed may live.
That way you and your children can live. Me and my children can live. Him and his children can live. Got no children yet, but he probably gonna have some children in the future. So him and his children can live. That's what we're showing. That's what we're showing in here. And then there's kids, children in this school, teenagers, young children, teenagers, and they grow up and they stay in this community, in this school. They don't go out and go off. They stay right here because they know this is where the Lord is. Out there is where you die. They're grown. They can make the choice to go out there and mess up. You know what I mean? They can make that choice, but they usually choose to stay here. It makes sense? That internet? Go to
Hosea?
Go to Isaiah. No, don't go to Hosea. Go to Isaiah 1 and 1. Yeah, Isaiah 1 and 1. Or is it 3 and 1? It's 1 and 1. No, it's 3 and 1. Man, hold up. It ain't happening there. I got 1,000 scriptures in my head right now.
The stay in the south.
Is that go to verse 3? I think it's 1 and 3, right? It's the ox knows owner.
No.
Isaiah 1 and 3.
That's Isaiah 1 and 3. Isaiah 1 and 3. I was on Isaiah 3 and that's Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knows his owner.
Yeah, go to Isaiah 1 and 2.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 2. 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now this is a vision that was given to Isaiah at this time, right? Go ahead.
Oh, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children.
Right? The Lord talking about the Israelites right now. He said he nourished and brought up children. Talking about the Israelites, talking about me, you, him, and them. Right? That's what he's talking about. I'm putting it plain and simple because when we say Israelites, people don't be like, what's Israelites? We don't know. But the Israelites are blacks, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, right? From the slave and Indian descent. That's who the Israelites are. Yes. Isaiah 1 and 2. Go ahead.
And they have rebelled against me.
Stop. Is that a choice? It is a choice that we rebel against the God, right? Because we as an Israel, as Black people and Hispanic people and Native American people as a whole, we celebrate Christmas, Dia de los Birthday, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Easter. You know what I mean? The Ash Wednesday and Good Friday. We celebrate all these things that the Bible does not authorize us to celebrate, right? If you want to know what we're supposed to celebrate, you can read Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. That's going to bring up the high holy days of the Most High, right? So we don't celebrate that as Black people, Hispanic people, Native American people. We celebrate everything that's in the world, whatever our oppressors say to celebrate, right? Go ahead.
Go. Verse 3, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Right.
But Israel doeth not know.
Right. So now he's comparing Israelites to animals. So the ox knows his owner. The ox knows who goes and where he's supposed to go to find shelter, to find safety. Right. The ass knows where he's supposed to go to find shelter, to find safety. Right. But Israel, we don't know. Keep going.
My people doeth not consider.
Not that we don't know, we don't even consider or care. We don't. We don't. You know how we found out that we were Israelites? Because we were looking at it like, what the hell is going on and why? And if we found it, right? How come everybody else can't do that? Because they're choosing not to. Just like when we at camp and we tell the Black and Hispanic and Native American people, hey man, you know you're the Israelites, right? So a lot, you know what people tell me? Oh yeah, man, I know we there. Yeah, I heard, yeah. Judah, yeah. Take a flyer, man. Get that number up, man. Come to class, come holler at us, man. Oh, all right, yeah. For sure, I'll be there. Uh-huh. What? This number right here? I'm gonna be there. Yup. Did we ever see him again? We'll probably see him the next week at camp. But what they're gonna do? They're gonna walk inside of the mirror maze and walk out on the other side and try to avoid us because they know they're full of shit. They know that. They know that. They don't want to change. They just want to sound good right now. Get us out their face. But they're not rejecting us. They're rejecting the Lord.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We're just out here just giving what the Lord tell us to go out there and do it. We go do it. You know what I mean? But when they reject that, they reject the Lord. They reject Christ. Right? Keep going.
Verse 4. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity.
We're a sinful nation. You know how cold it is. You talk about we learn these things, right? You don't like we learn. You know what we learn? We learn how to roll blunts. We learn how to carry the pistol. We learn how to sell drugs. We learn how to go up and down on a stripper pole. We learn how to twerk. We learn all these things. Well, you know what we don't learn? We don't learn how to serve. And we don't even try. That's just the gist of it. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? We learn how to be evildoers and to be sinful, but we don't learn how to be righteous. Go ahead. Yes.
So, in agreement with what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
because when I learned how to be an evildoer, mind you, I was taken as a young lady by my own parents.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Leah parents.
Leah parents?
Yeah.
Like Leah the singer?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like they wanted me to be a young lady and get involved with older men.
Okay.
You
It's
understand?
terrible.
Yeah. They moved me to Vegas as a young lady. What, 15?
All right, sis. We don't have to talk about that right now. You
I'm not gonna go deep.
Okay. You don't have to put your business out there. It's you know we live. You know we live online.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay.
Go deep.
I'm just saying you ain't gotta put your business out
We're
there.
not
Talk
gonna
about
go
that
too
behind the
deep.
scenes.
When I was 15,
Uh-huh.
when I learned how to do my evil,
Right.
that was the point of my age.
Right.
Okay. So
And
I'm not gonna tell you all the different rounds, but of course at 15, if I've been
You was
I had
taught.
an introductory,
You was taught.
had an introductory phase.
You wasn't even taught that. You were coerced. You were coerced into it. You like some people are taught things, but you were coerced into it. You didn't even know what you were doing.
Right.
You're 15.
But that's a choice. It was a choice.
No, it's not a choice for you. It's a choice. No, it's a choice for your parents to teach you right. It's a choice for your parents to do right. You were just doing what your parent. You were being a good child.
But some days I became an adult.
Then you had a choice.
Then I had a choice. But what was my alternate? Because I didn't know the right way.
You had an alternate. You just didn't know it, but you had an alternate. You just didn't give a damn to look for it.
No, I didn't be doing what I was doing. I
Then,
didn't like it.
then you could have stopped.
What was there to stop? How do you stop?
No,
How do you
when
just
she
like-
grew up. When she
That's-
grew up.
that's like-
When you grew up, you could stop and go get a job.
No.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So you
We
stopped.
cool. We cool with that. But I'm saying
You
like,
stopped.
but I couldn't stop until I had the knowledge of the choice.
Well, you could have got counseling.
Well, how would I know to get counseling if I didn't know I was doing something wrong? See, if my environment,
Why did you stop?
somebody came to me and told me I was doing something wrong.
So
But they didn't tell me how to change it. Didn't tell me what was right way. They
Right.
said, "Oh, you're wrong."
yeah, but you did, but you knew you was doing wrong and you stopped, right? But so the point
I
is,
didn't stop until I found out what the right way was. So I continued to do wrong.
I
Somebody said, "Oh, you're wrong." I was like, "I'm wrong. I'm still doing it wrong because I don't know what the right is."
I understand.
Until somebody educated me on what the right is,
Right.
then that was the time I had to make a choice. But
did you make the right choice?
right choice.
All right, but remember, we're not talking about the past anymore. We're talking about the future now.
Yeah, no, I'm not speaking like right now. I'm just trying to say, like, as a people,
Yeah.
like I feel like this is what's wrong with us as a people.
That-
It's not that.
Your situation is one special situation.
I feel like
Everybody's situation is not like
I
that.
feel like my brother went through this. I have two brothers.
Your parents are terrible people. I don't want to be rude,
But
your parents are terrible
if
people.
you actually meet them, you know what's the crazy part? If you actually meet my parents, you would not say it.
Yeah, I would.
You would not.
Of
They
course.
don't behave like bad people.
Of course.
They behave like really great, nice, wonderful people.
Do they celebrate Christmas and Easter and all that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna tell you they're terrible people. I know they're terrible people because I know what that spirit brings out.
My mom was a cardiologist.
It don't matter what job they have.
She took care of people for a living.
It don't matter if they take care of people. If you take care of people and you're going
saved
against
lives even.
it don't matter. If you're going against God, you're a terrible person.
My dad.
That's why I can say I was a terrible person because I was going against God. I was going against what God said. I was a terrible person. I was a horrible person because God telling us to do these things and I wasn't doing them. And I can't say I didn't know because I knew selling drugs was wrong.
I think my parents.
I knew that, but I still chose to sell drugs. I knew gangbanging was wrong. I still chose to be a gang.
Allowed to do as parents.
They did what?
What they were allowed to do.
See, and now, and now, this is what I'm gonna tell you, sis. Don't let them off the hook like that. Don't let them off the hook like that because them being grown-ups, they know that what they were doing and taking you to Vegas to go do was wrong. I don't give a damn what Danita had no business having kids. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What's up, Caviar?
I was gonna say there is the scriptures do say like when the parents are like when you're young at a young age, it's the parents. They're the one responsible for what you do. They the one they suffer your sin.
Yeah, they're responsible for your sin. When you're at that age, they're responsible for your sins. If I feed them pork, I'm responsible for that. They're not responsible for that. They don't know nothing about what pork and chicken, and they don't know nothing about that. They just know, oh, it's food on the table. And if they like me, eat it. Ain't that right there? You know what I'm talking about? She can feed me whatever. I'm just gonna eat it. Well, what's this? It's chicken. It could be deer meat. It don't matter. I'm gonna eat it because that's my wife. And I trust her. And you trusted your parents. And they failed you. Now do we continue that cycle or that generational curse of being of doing wrong to our children? No, right? We change that. The whole class today is spirit of change. We change that. We have to change that. At some point, we have to be better than our parents. At some point, we have to be better than our grandparents. And we have to teach our kids to be better than us. At some point. I don't care if you Moses was 8 years old when he repented. You know what I'm saying? I don't care when you do it. You just have to do it. Right, Gabriel?
Okay.
We just have to do it. How old are you, Caviar?
You're 23.
When did you come into the truth?
I was like 20.
Is your dad happy you here?
Hell no. I don't know.
No. Okay. He went against what his parents said and was like, no, but this is right. This is what God said. This is right. It's got to be right. You know what I mean? Then he got in here learning. I'm pretty sure he is. His dad, him and his dad talking right now. I bet he boy, show me Christmas in the Bible. You know what I'm talking about? And he can't do it. I'm like, well, I can show you Christmas in the Bible and go to right to Deuteronomy 10:1. I mean, Jeremiah 10:1, where it says not to celebrate Christmas.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, you see, you said Christmas wasn't in there. I'm telling you, Christmas is in there. It's just not the way you want it to be in there. You dig what I'm saying? What's up, Caviar?
I'm kind of crazy. My brother is 15 years old. Now he came in here. He like, nah, this is right. My brother come.
His brother's 15 years old. He just came to on Christmas we were talking about the feast day. He chose to be at the dedication, feast of dedication, instead of doing Christmas. He's 15 years old. You know what I mean? And that's that give these chills up my spine. I just wish I could have found this place. You know what I'm talking about, when I was 15 years old. But I'm happy at the same time. I'm happy I didn't. I'm happy I found it when I found it. Because if I wouldn't have found it, if I would have found it at 15 years old, my life wouldn't. I wouldn't have experiences to share with y'all about life. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have experiences to share with nobody about life. But since I was able to experience life a little bit, and the rough patches and the good patches and whatever patches is out there, you know what I mean? Now I'm able to have experience to expound on. You know what I mean? You understand that? But I changed. Caviar, you changed, huh? What about you? You call y'all, you changed? What about you, Master? Are you changed? Since you gonna change? I'm trying to tell you, so you're gonna continue to change. Right. I like the way you said that, of course. I believe that. I believe that. When you said of course, I believe it. I don't care what anybody talking about. You my sister. I believe it. You dig what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about. Changing for ourselves, changing for Christ, changing for the Most High. It is. It's about changing for yourself.
Like, this is my point of change. My point of change is not for me. It's not self-serving.
Right.
Because what I want be with God. You know, I will walk with God with what I want. If I allow myself to think like what I want is not. And I know that. I want to be on somebody's stage somewhere playing the piano and singing.
Why can't you do that for God?
I can't do that.
Why can't you come in here, change, right? Still play your piano and still sing.
Because the way I want to play piano is not God serving.
How do you know?
I know it's.
Did you hear the music we were playing before class?
It's not God serving.
How do you know that? Why don't you make some music that's God serving?
It's gospel. It's a lot of things.
It don't have to be gospel. It don't have to be gospel. It don't have to be rap music. It don't have to be. Why don't you make music that's for God? Why don't you get in here, learn more about God, and then make music for Him? But you have to get in here and learn about God. Don't ever sell yourself short, because the Most High might be the one that you might. At Passover, we have an all-black party. You might be there playing the piano and singing for the men and the sisters in the ISUPK. Playing the piano. You just might. You never know. You know what I'm talking about, what the Lord has in store for you. You dig what I'm saying? You understand? You never know. And it's my job to speak life into it. It's my job to speak life into it. Real talk. Real talk. So don't. You don't have to join. You don't have to join here and give up on your dreams.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I think you be misunderstanding.
No, because you said you want to play the piano and sing on somebody's stage. You can do that. You can do that and still serve the Lord.
way I'm talking about is not.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I'm gonna be at the Super Bowl.
You can't.
Singing function.
Why can't you go? What? I like football. I watch the Super Bowl.
So you ain't see that girl up there with all them signals?
But you ain't gonna be up there doing all them signals, is you?
They don't let them get up there unless they doing them signals.
You don't know that.
I do
You don't know that Kendrick Lamar gonna be up there this year. We don't know what he might get up there and not do.
Kendrick Lamar ain't all the way, right?
We don't. Trust me. I'm that guy. I'm that guy. And they're laughing. They're laughing because they know about me and Kendrick Lamar, how much of a disdain I have for Kendrick Lamar. But as Kendrick Lamar, I don't think Kendrick Lamar is that type of guy. I think Kendrick Lamar is actually not wholesome, but he's actually genuine in what he believes and what he does and what he says. I think he's genuine. I think he's really genuine. I think he really cares about black people. I really think he cares about them.
I think Kendrick Lamar is just like for black folks, the gospel that you're speaking of. It's like you're not giving us the all the way 1 million. You understand? He giving us some gusto.
Yeah.
Speaking of bad on King.
Yeah.
Like, no, not at all. Like, I agree with him a lot of his views, but there's a couple things that I'm questionable about.
Kendrick Lamar makes great music.
He does make awesome music.
He makes great. What do you want me to say? You want me to say, yeah, music trash? You know what you want me to say, right? No, Kendrick Lamar makes great music. It's not my type of music.
He's a great artist.
He is a great artist.
Mm-hmm.
He is a great artist. Kendrick Lamar is excellent. You know what I mean? And he might get up there on stage and be like, you know what I mean? And play not like us. I don't want him to play that song on there. I know he's going to. Why wouldn't he? But I don't want him to play that song. I want him to play one of them other songs that's, you know what I mean?
Tree.
I like Money Trees.
I love Money Trees.
Higher Power. I like Higher Power.
I don't think I heard that.
It's old.
Yeah.
It's like 2008, 2009.
So
much of a fan I am of Kendrick Lamar. People think I don't listen to Kendrick Lamar music. I listen to Kendrick Lamar music. I go home, turn the lights out, close the blinds, put my headphones in. I'm talking about, you feel me? I got royalty and loyalty, sound like DNA. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Like, people think I don't listen to Kendrick Lamar. I listen to Kendrick Lamar. What?
they probably one of the better rappers to listen to.
Exactly. So there's always a choice. You know what I mean? But like, don't. You know what I mean? You can play at the Super Bowl. I'll be a fool to tell you not to play at the Super Bowl. But then I'll also be like, hey, Cat Yachazak.
So
we need to get her counsel on what she should play at the Super Bowl and what she should not, what signals she shouldn't make at the Super Bowl. It does work like that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Then
so understand this. I turned away from a deal. I had a chance to cut a deal with Def Jam. You know who Def Jam is?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Why the hell would I not know who Def Jam is? I got you. Of course I know who Def Jam. Of course I know what Def Jam.
You know who Def Jam is? Okay.
Yeah, DMX, Jay-Z, and all them.
I see it before you because I made a choice, right?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Right.
About my music.
Okay.
They wanted me to be a certain image.
Uh-huh.
And because I know who God is.
You wouldn't portray that image.
I didn't want to portray that image.
You had a choice.
It was a choice.
Right.
So with me being a young woman, and I had a little bit. I had just read the Bible, matter of fact. I didn't even have nobody in my ear. I had read the Bible. And God had spoke to me and told me.
We need more candles. Did I get more candles?
Come go.
Not like other than this right here.
Come go.
That as
Who's
an artist.
Other than what?
These.
Come go. Y'all move.
Highly influential.
Yeah.
And if I put out the wrong message,
Yeah.
and if I sing and behave a certain way that I would not be a credit to the kingdom.
Right.
And so when they started propositioning me for all these sexual, everything was sex.
Of course.
Everything,
That's what sells. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
yeah, everything was sex stuff. And I was just on, I was just on Jesus. Everything came out my mouth with Jesus. And I got ghosted. You understand? They stopped returning my calls.
I believe it.
I just,
Well, sis, can I tell you something?
yeah.
The world is changing. The world is changing. Israelites are here.
Right.
Men and Jimmy Hunters here. If you serve the Lord, you can get up on that Super Bowl stage, sing about God.
Yeah, right.
But why would you want to do that when you can go to the all black party, Passover, and sing at the Passover? You know what I'm talking about? Sing at the Passover. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, become a superstar. Real talk. Forget the Super Bowl. Why you want to sing for white folks anyway? Sing for niggas. I'm saying. Who all gonna be at Passover? There's gonna be thousands of other brothers. Thousands of other brothers and sisters at Passover. I'm being for real. Sing for black people, Hispanic people, Native American people. Sing for them. You know what I'm talking about? Because maybe you have something, just like you just had your story about not giving in to Def Jam. People need to hear that story.
Right. Oh, but I told you they was plagiarizing me though.
I believe it.
They plagiarized me so cold.
Oh, it's time? Oh God. I didn't even get to. I got to like 3 scriptures. Good. I got to class over now. Class over now. So call y'all. And with that, I pass the class over to the priest and officer. You can call y'all, man. Class over now. Oh Lord. We did not have a class today. We had a discussion.
It was like cross the line radio.
It was like cross the line radio. Right? Did I do good? Oh, did I do good? You had a question? I'm sorry. You had a question? Oh, go ahead. We got time right now.
I was going to say that she's what I dealt with in the Christian church was we call world we start the gospel secular music. We got that those secular music, demonic spirits and whatnot. Yeah, they do, but we're learning the truth, not that this is the world that builds us by what we know. You know what I mean? It's just what you know and what the Lord's trying to push upon you.
Oh,
Real talk. Real talk, because
you still those things. Just you need to move. But you're gonna do better when you get up there.
Well, so look, so this what I did. I got so when I seen the way they was doing things.
Hold on 1 second, sis. Go ahead.
This is the Isupk security announcements. We're the Isupk started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashra, which means tenth in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. The closing of the feast of Hanukkah, which is it was starting on the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. It started on Wednesday, December 25th. For 8 days, that's Thursday, January 2nd. You can find this in the book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pant, headband, and scarf. This concludes the Isupk security announcement.
All right. And with that, shalom, Yahweh, Jimmy, Ashab, Rebbe, Thumb, to all the brothers. Howard Shamar, Lathan, by Shimmy, Shot to all the sisters. The ISBK, out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the commanding general. All right, shalom.